Alright. Time for a Gwen game. Gwen got just straight up buffed this patch to have more jungle clear, which is the most limiting factor about her. Her mid to late game scaling is absolutely incredible. Like, it is very hard to find a champ that scales better than Gwen does. So that is very, very good for her as a champion, of course. However, the issue with jungle pretty much was always your early game was so weak that it was always like a comeback situation unless you got lucky and ended up getting some kills. Because her clear speed wasn't particularly great and her ganks obviously are non-existent without ult. With ult are still not the best, but you know, without ult you really have nothing to CC or do anything for your team with. So it is definitely a bit of an issue in that sense. And yeah, that's a bit of a situation with Gwen, right? But now with the extra addition to the jungle clear, she is a good amount faster to the point where it is actually worth playing her again in the jungle because of that. And that is why we are doing this right now. Starting Q is technically slightly faster for the clear, or at least it used to be a lot. Maybe it changed to the point where it might not be. But yeah, you don't wait for the first max charge Q because it lines up with best, as you saw right there, to finish off the camp with the extra upcharge Q. Snip here. We're gonna take a bit of damage here for sure, but that's okay. We have a potion for this. Again, your early game is still a bit weak in general, so it's just your champion, right? So taking a bit of damage is fine. 2 points Q for the clear. Going aggressive on mid. There you go. Jump that down a little bit and kite it out a little bit as well here. Did not mean to reset the aggro in any kind of capacity here. Just gonna keep the going for the full clear here. As you can see, damage is definitely being taken. Not too big of a deal. I probably could have managed my HP slightly better as well, with a little bit more practice on the Gwen. But it's all fine in this situation. We can just finish this off. Not really a big deal. I'll smite here as well, because we see pressure on bot lane for a potential gank. So we're gonna just clear this out, and then we go for the bot lane gank. Here, take the W. As you can see, 315 is a very nice clear speed. It's actually very solid here. That's very frustrating. Actually, he scouted me like that. Oh, there is a Shyvana here. Ooh, barely. Nice. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Ooh. For a second there, I thought I was dead. Can I clear this? Oh, Pantheon went back and we're good. I can't help. On this HP, I don't really want to. I already killed the Shyvana in a 1v1. I was really waiting for my max charge Q to get the damage up in that sense. Also get some Conqueror stacks from some snips. So I can really land that burst combo on him, which was very effective, obviously. Attack speed, and then we take this and boots. Perfect. That's a beautiful recall if I've ever seen one. That's nice. Yeah, Gwen will surprisingly beat a lot of champions if you get to stack up your Q like that. Shyvana is obviously not particularly great in the early game anyway. So there is that, of course. If she had pressed the attack, I would have lost. But because she has Dark Harvest and I knew this, I was just going to go for it. She just warded in here. I'm pretty sure she warded something like this. So we're going to have to like just run up and hope for the best. Essentially. If he landed that, she would have been dead guaranteed. She might not be dead now. Yep. She's going to get... Nope. I could not reach that. Oh, she dies actually. That's good. I mean, I don't get an assist for the play, but if the kill is a kill, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Because the only way that play happened is because I pressured for it. Otherwise, that would not have happened. So I'll take the kill happily and be okay with it. I lost Scuttle for it, but I don't really care because this helps my Mordekaiser a tremendous amount. And I already got the other Scuttle anyway, so it's not too big of a deal, right? Smite that out. We just go for the second clear, which is now obviously way, way easier to do. Because the first clear is like your initial biggest problem. You're still not going to be too strong until you actually hit your Nashers. Because hitting your Nashers is when you start becoming an insanely strong champion. You're basically playing for that for the most part. I did not dash over the wall. That's my bad. I will see if I can... Ah, bot lane though. I'm gonna have to go bot. I could clear this camp here, but this gank angle is just much better. So if I want to go for this, I should go for this gank angle and just hope it's not warded. This is fine. Should be dead. I'm gonna die here though. Yeah, definitely gonna die here. Okay. Could have played that better potentially, but I don't think it's a big deal. Because again, I am trading kind of favorably for me with an additional gold income. I'm pretty sure she's gonna go straight to dragon. Shyvana. I would be surprised if that wasn't the case. Either she does it now, or I could just do it technically. But I'm gonna have to move over anyway. Yeah, there she is doing it. I knew it. I'm gonna have to go for Kalista then, I guess. Okay. Well, she is still doing dragon, I guess. Oh, beautiful, beautiful stuff, Syndra. I like to see that one. For sure. Nicely done, mate. Well played, Syndra. That was really clean. That came in very, very clutch to win that situation for me. Nice. That's what we like to see. She also stopped doing dragon. I didn't want to go for the dragon here initially because the Kalista was just hard chasing, like complete blinders on basically. So we kill Kalista first. If she ends up getting a dragon for that, then it is what it is basically. But yeah, I'm also not going to run to the dragon anymore because if she does go for the dragon now, I would just trade it for a Rift Herald and it'll be in a very good situation. I already noticed though, like the extra clear speed is adding a good amount of extra like tempo and value in the sense that I can just have like better fighting potential because of it. If that makes sense, because I'm not just completely dead off of clearing my camps. So that is really nice. I cannot contest it. This is really annoying. That's level 6. She's gonna follow me here. She's not gonna follow me here, apparently. Right. Apparently Akali gets to do that for free. That's very unfortunate. I'm getting hunted now. Lovely. Interesting. That's not great. Akali, I'm surprised she didn't follow me, actually. I thought she was going to try to commit to that, but she really just didn't. I think I may have lost the Rift Herald for this one because of that type of pressure. Alright, well, I guess it is what it is. I wonder if I could do Rift Herald here. Now my entire bot side is up. And she's probably still going to end up doing dragon. Yeah, especially now. I'm assuming she's just on dragon. If I'm being honest, because if Scuttle even isn't taken, then what else is she going to do, right? Okay. I'm going to go mid lane then. I don't want to start Rift Herald right now, but I might be able to just go mid here and fix this situation, especially if Syndra just kills him now. Good flash. Just push out the wave a bit here. So Syndra just gets the recall. Shyvana has bot lane, which means I'm just going to instantly start Rift Herald now. If I had ult there, I could have potentially caught the Pantheon, but because he flashed, there's pretty much nothing I can do right away. Ooh, bot lane with the big kills. That's huge. Actually, that's really big. I'm just going to take this time to take the Rift Herald because there's not much else I can do at the moment for bot lane situation-wise. So just take this and be okay with that. Yeah. Let me... That's not my red buff, so my red's still up as well. I need to take this and I just need to reset right away, basically. Because my reset now is going to be extremely strong for the Nashers, which is definitely not something I want here. I'll take another Amp Tome as well, and then we just rush out of base. Can I get any type of wards?
Bits of fabric can become something beautiful.
If, like, she is definitely doing dragon here, and I can stop this, but I need my team to, like... Yeah, okay, never mind. I cannot stop this, she is too fast. Never mind, it's all good. With assistance from Kalista, then yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's 1. 2. Perfect. There you go. I knew they were going to go aggressive on that because Sona wasn't level 6 yet. And because Sona wasn't level 6 yet, they were going to think they were going to be in an advantageous position there to engage that fight situation. And they simply just weren't, because I was standing around the corner here to avoid any type of vision. They engage, I go in. I do not go any sooner than when they actually do the engage. Because if I go in first, I will be wasting that effort. And they will have more distance to get away from me, which is something I have to clearly keep in mind for this champ. Because again, I have no hard CC. Close one. Instead of doing my topside camps here, I'm going to walk to see if I potentially have the opportunity to gank the Pantheon. If not, I can probably take Hivana's topside camps, because that is just going to be a free option. Or I could just chunk mid turret out.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I'm just going to snip turret here. That is a mistake and a half. That could cost me my life. Oh, why did I do that, man? That was a colossal error. I didn't even use the Herald on the turret now. That reason is that's a colossal error, because if I just used my Q in any situation where he didn't shield himself, he would have insta-died. Which, I mean, I guess is pretty obvious, but yeah, that definitely just gives me turret aggro and doesn't kill him. Let's do my camps for a bit more healing here.
Oh, what to do?
Gonna smite as well. Kill this quickly. See if I can go up. Ult should give him enough of an advantage for this to be fine.
Still can't believe I can use my hands and feet all on my own.
That's warded. Okay. It's annoying.
I'm gone.
Realistically, I think Mordekaiser should just ult, because he got such a colossal advantage within his ult that I think it's fine. But on the other hand, I mean, I respect the fact that he doesn't ult at the same time, because obviously it's pretty risky.
This place certainly
So it's
brings
not
out
too big
the
of a
best
deal.
in everyone.
Alright, before we continue with the rest of this video, I quickly wanted to mention that about 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do enjoy my content, it would be greatly appreciated if you'd consider subscribing, checking if you're subscribed, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this one. I'm gonna go Magi's here because I already have 10 stacks on my Dark Seal, so I might as well push that through. I think in this situation it is smart if I walk back down or walk back up the top side here potentially. I could contest her for potentially her red buff even. I do have to use my Rift Herald within the next couple of seconds here actually. I'm dead. Oh! I did not get my... I should have ulted first. Please tell me you kill this, Syndra. It would be so good if you killed that. I lost my Magi stacks. It's gonna be so bad regardless. Because now I'm also not gonna get my turret plating off. Oh. I'm still gonna get my Rift Herald off probably for mid lane turret for sure. But they double jumped on me like that and I could not prevent from getting one shot essentially. I barely missed out on the damage potential to just finish them completely. Need to put this mid lane. I'm not going to be able to get turret platings with it now, which I'm kind of sad about. I should have used it earlier. In the previous push when I took turret aggro, which was stupid because I shouldn't take a turret aggro. I should have just chunked the turret, which would have been much smarter. But yeah, hindsight, I messed up. It is what it is. At least I got some kind of bounce out of it. Fair enough. Really does kind of suck, the timing there for the Panth Shyvana kill, but hey. That's okay. I'm gonna... Up. Don't go towards the teleport. Oh, God. They went towards the teleport. Don't make her hit me. She doesn't have her ult anymore, so this should be fine. Yes, I won. Okay. I still ended up cleaning up for a double kill there, which is massive, but I obviously cannot fight anymore. Using my my W correctly there to outrange the Kai'Sa, basically. And the Kai'Sa then just doesn't get the hit, or the Kalista, sorry, then doesn't get to hit me, which allows me to be safe about it. I'm gonna have to take my reset here. The reason I have to do this is because of the 13-second respawn on Dragon. Okay, I might have to react to this because it's just a clear turret dive.
I'll make sure my allies feel the joy they deserve.
This sucks, because now I didn't get my reset off either. They're just gonna get another dragon because of Pantheon's mid lane priority. I can't do anything. I'll take the reset. My bot lane did not play that smart. All they had to do was walk up and it would have been completely free. But they did not do that, so... bit of trouble there. I'm actually gonna buy this instead. I'm just gonna walk up, clear my topside camps, and then clear Rift Herald again. Hoping to maybe get one of these side turrets, potentially. Mordekaiser did get top turret there, which is good. Finishing my Rift Maker is what's going to make me very, very strong. I'm already much stronger now that I have Omnivamp from this, so that's going to be really good. But yeah, we're getting out of the early game stage where you are just generally weaker. Which is really nice. See if I can hit my Smite upgrade before I start this Rift Herald, which is what I want now. Okay, good. I'm gonna go do Rift Heralds. I can't do anything here because my Mordekaiser will just press recall and the Pantheon is still mid lane.
What happens next, I get to decide.
They are just over chasing at this point. Pantheon's gonna ult. I don't get to start Rift Herald here. I just don't. I guess I'm pushing mid lane then. Because Akali has too much pressure for me to ever consider a Rift Herald to be good right now. She will just kill me without Mordekaiser like there. I think she will just like... I mean, she might not kill me. But it's also like not something I necessarily want to risk. So I'm just going to shove mid turret, get the mid turret out of the way. And then we can cut off Pantheon's escape. I got the assist, I'll take it. Assist there is good for me because it gives me extra Magi stacks, of course. Okay, got the mid turret as well, which is good. I'm gonna quickly take red and then I'll walk the Rift Herald. There's no reason not to take red buff for me right now. I'm gonna do this and then Ezreal can take the red buff here. And I'll go for Rift Herald. Because red buff makes me significantly stronger. Very, very significantly stronger. Okay, what I think is gonna happen here is she is gonna probably just like hang around near the wall. I'm just gonna have to let this walk this way, actually. This is not good. Yeah, it's a really bad fight situation. Ezreal being bot there and Kalista showing up for this play, and I also misplayed that fight pretty badly too. How much I can do. Thank you. I don't know if trying to fight me is really your best bet here, buddy, but go for it. The rotation from their bot lane was really good to be able to get this. Without the Ezreal following, our chances of instantly winning that fight dropped like drastically. So there was nothing we could do about the Rift Herald anymore because they had an 80 carry advantage, which means numbers advantage. I'm just going to shield myself here so I can clear the wave more easily. Good damage. Still don't have ult though, sadly, but it's at least good damage. Should be able to chase this with Ghost. Actually, no, never mind. It's too long. It's too long, sadly. I thought it was actually already going to be Baron time, but we cannot Baron here, I don't think. Can't actually Baron. The respawn timers are too low for it. We're gonna have to play for this instead. That's pretty good though, overall. Definitely not too bad. Against that team, I should probably just go... Mercs probably, eh? Not... I'm just gonna go CDR boots here, honestly. And then I will just go for Zhonya's probably. Because I don't need additional damage at the moment. I could technically go for Death Cap, but Zhonya's is just way safer. Okay, that death is probably gonna cost us Baron, actually. I actually think that death might have cost us Baron here. Depends if Kalista walks up. I don't think they would do Baron without Kalista. Probably. Probably. Put this down. Keep my passive charge up. They might definitely be doing Baron here. I think they would. I think it makes sense for them to Baron here. So I think they get it now. Because of, oh, nope, they're not. Crank out the dragon. Got it. Wow, my champ's insane. The fact that I survived that is wild. Might hit this for some HP. Nice. Good. Screw you, Mordekaiser. I really don't care. I really don't care. She dies, she dies. That's the only thing I care about. Cool. Nice. Very good fight. I was able to really pull through on that fight. You saw the amount of damage I was able to put out so quickly. With like my ult and my Q and stuff. That's such significant scaling damage. Like it just obliterated their entire team. I dashed in with my W active for additional resistances as well. All of that works very nicely here. Cannot really Baron here right now. I'm definitely going to go Zonias though, because that last fight situation pretty much confirmed my suspicion. He's just hinting now. Okay, cool. She flashed. Oh, that's fair enough. It's a flash down. I don't really mind that. My ult's a 43-second cooldown because I also have Ultimate Hunter, of course. That's really good. Misplaced my Q, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway since she had flash regardless, so it doesn't really change anything. In that sense, I'm going to take red buff first. After red, I could technically reset here to get my Zonias, probably. I'm going to reset right now because I can buy the Zonias and then I'll buy one control ward, I suppose, in this situation to potentially use for something around the Baron. Baron is very easily done. I just need somebody to help me with it, basically. So we should be able to do it afterwards. I am currently getting extremely strong. I'm already very strong, to be fair, but...
It's called the Herald Mist, but how it feels matters more.
Kali is bot. I think Syndra's probably going to lose that fight. Be able to quickly take this. I'm gonna do this as well. See if they check. This is only possible if Mordekaiser actually helps.
I must hurry if I want to win.
That's good. Should be able to do it here now. Shyvana doesn't have ult. There's no plant. She can't get over the wall because she doesn't have flash. So no ult, no plant allows me to do this without worrying because she doesn't have flash to get within range. But she is doomed there. That's just knowing the information. Bad Mordekaiser ult prevents me from actually killing this. Alright, fine. It's okay. Mordekaiser realistically shouldn't ult like that because she was already in such a bad position that she dies very quickly. So ulting is kind of a waste. Good damage, very nice. Still have Zonia, still have W, so I don't have to worry about anything really. Which is what I'm doing. I'm not worrying about anything, I'm just going. So this is like Gwen, it's like an all-in type of playstyle for the most part. You can really use that to your advantage. Okay, get my charges stacked up so I can potentially chunk the Akali like that. Oh, no, barely missed. That's unfortunate. If that would have hit, she could have pretty much just insta-died. That's like nearly her entire HP bar gone in one hit. He's never gonna go for that. That would be wild. It's gonna hit their team. This guy's dead. One shot him. Perfect. My ult's already back in 40 seconds, so this is really good in that sense as well. Shouldn't have W'd there, that's a waste. I'm gonna walk into the jungle for 2 reasons. 1 is red buff, and 2 is my mana bar. In my jungle, I have more mana sustain, so I can easily just do this and then get my mana back up, and then I can also clear red buff to get that too. That's a death. Auto attack move within the vicinity. Oh, wow, that hit him. Very nicely done, Syndra. Get this turret down quickly. We have a lot of damage on this with Nashers and like E-snip damage and stuff, so that's really good. We now transition through top. Get this as well, because they can't defend this, but they can defend their double turrets. Don't think pushing is good here. I think I'd rather go for Dragon. I'm doing Dragon. I think they have too much potential to defend double turrets. Their respawn times aren't that long. This is not going to be a play. My team doesn't want to listen, that's fine, but I'm not going to go for this play. I mean, unless the enemy ints, of course, which they did. But realistically there, they just have to stand under their turret and just hit, wave, hit like chill, and it's never a finish. It should never have been a finish. But obviously inting is something else, which didn't take into account there. And again, ended up being whatever. So I guess I eventually made the error, but it shouldn't have been an error because the enemy team should have realistically not lost that fight the way they did. It is just simply like they should not have lost because they had double turrets to defend and stuff. A last item here would have simply just been a death cap. You don't have to worry about void staff as much, even though my team is full AP, simply because Gwen is like a lot of true damage as well. So the AP component isn't as big of a factor due to that reason. But yeah, that is it for Gwen. I will see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 22.4k damage, which is a respectable amount, not the most, which I obviously expected. Ezreal has the advantage of poke damage, which I don't, I just have all-in damage. So he does get to get that up a bit more easily. Also, I missed the last team fight that they decided to go for the double turret dive situation, right? That I didn't think and probably shouldn't have worked. But ended up working because the enemy team made a mistake or inted or whatever. I didn't exactly see what happened, but they definitely get a bit more damage on that front as well. So I get a damage in that sense slightly. I probably could have been maybe like 26k or so, 27k damage with that last team fight additionally. I would imagine something like that, but it's okay. Not really a big deal. True damage here at 3.5k. We have objective damage at 45k basically. Which is really good. Obviously, the Shyvana did have some free pressure for quite a bit. In a sense that I couldn't really contest certain objectives. So she does have some. But I was able to, well, get the Rift Heralds at the very least. And then also like Baron and stuff, which is good. The Baron timing was just ideal because I forced Shyvana ultimate right and she flashed earlier. So plus plant gone, she can't get over the wall. We have healing done at 18.6k. Damage taken at 33.1, which is the most. Frontlining for my team in a lot of situations. Self-mitigated another 27.4. Like in a lot of these team fight situations as well, I had to like go in, which also kind of translates, I suppose, into the damage here. Because I had to go in, create the opportunity for people like my Syndra and my Ezreal to be able to do damage. I can then go in, chunk them for a heavy amount, and then I'm like low HP by the end of that. And then while they are cleaning up the team fight, I'm obviously not able to get any more team fight damage, while still being the main factor that the team fight won, even though the damage at the end doesn't show it. It's, I guess, something to think about as well when you look at these numbers. Because obviously here damage taken is very high, and then self-mitigated damage on top of that is pretty high as well, which means I created openings within team fights, took a lot of the aggro from the enemy team, to free up space for like my Ezreal and my Syndra to be safe and just hit them. Gold earned here at 15.2k. It's a very large amount. We have runes. Conqueror healed me for only about 200 in this specific game. This can be a high number. It can be a low number. It highly depends on how fast you kill the enemy, how fast the team fights override. In a situation like this game specifically, there wasn't really any good drain tanking moments because I had like full HP or I had no HP basically, right? So I got bursted and target focused a lot, which makes me take more damage, but also means that I don't have a full chance to stack up Conqueror. And then because of that, the healing from Conqueror isn't going to kick in. So the healing will be lower because of those reasons. And I will not be able to join back into the fight with an actual max stack Conqueror to heal and be consistent with it because I was already 1 HP. So yeah, that is something to think about as well with this, looking at that number. Obviously, adaptive damage is a big factor, right? That's a really, really big one. A Triumph for a good amount of HP, good amount of gold. Tenacity, just CC reduction. You can take the attack speed as well, for sure, but in a lot of situations, Tenacity is just good. You do have Gwen W to prevent a lot of situations from happening with getting CC'd, so there is that. If you can use that skillfully, you might be able to go attack speed in a lot more situations. But Tenacity is just generally pretty safe. Last Stand for 520 damage. This won me the fight against the Shyvana in the early game 100%. Just that slight bit of extra damage I was be able to output is what won me that fight. And winning that fight was very important. And even though coup de grace might do more damage, or something like the tank buster one in between the two, I don't really know the name right now, cut down I believe, might end up giving you a bigger damage number at the end of the game. However, winning closer fights, especially closer fights in the early game, by even 10 damage, because your last stand would spike you a bit more damage when you are low HP, is absolutely worth it. Because if I lost that initial fight against the Shyvana, the game could have been much different. Which is why I take last stand in a lot of situations on a lot of duelists like Gwen, because winning those fights is very important. Ultimate Hunter, for obvious reasons, you need Gwen Ultimate as much as possible to be able to gank, to be able to make plays, so your ult cooldown needs to be as low as possible, because that's your main gank tool. Otherwise, you have nothing, because your ult is slow, which is obviously not the best gank tool, but it's at least something. And then Eyeball Collection for the extra AP to go with that. Last item would have been a death cap, because as I said, Void Staff generally not necessary on Gwen because of true damage components within her kit, so magic penetration doesn't hold as much value. It can definitely still be very valuable, but it is not as valuable as just having more AP, because your true damage will go up, and that will just be more effective damage-wise. But with all that being said, that is it for Gwen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button below, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.